Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 97. Oh boy, we're getting close to the big magic number of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM10. Today's plan, I'm going to make the proper Runic Star Altar. So remember an episode or two ago where I thought this was an automatic Hephaestus Forge, and I was very confused about why it wasn't working? Well, today we're going to actually make this multi-block, which is apparently how we get the Patrick Star. Which is the next thing that we're working on, right? So we need the Patrick Star. That's going to be a thing that we're going to do. Pretty cool. So like we can either do it this way, which I'm trying to figure out, or this way. Interesting. Yep. Okay. Cool. What's hard about this? I guess it's the making of the Runic Star Altar. I'm guessing. Like this recipe seems like, so this is what's confusing to me, right? Like, doesn't this one? Oh, right. This is the infused Patrick Star versus the Patrick Star. That's why. That's right. Okay. I thought this was like one of those, like, it doubles it things initially, but yeah, now looking at it a little bit closer, yeah, I got you. Now, obviously, we can also do this thing, which, if we need a lot of Patrick Stars, maybe we will. So, you know, we just fish it out of the warm ocean, so maybe we'll try that at some point, right? But either way, I need to make this thing anyway, because this is also how you make the ATM Star. At least for now. I've heard that in newer versions they're going to be adding another way to make the ATM Star, maybe through Create, which definitely want to play with Create in this one, because I heard Create also has some kind of like storage system now, but I have no idea how that works. You know, but I want to check it out because that sounds cool. I love Create. Create's neat. I get that some people are like, Create's a little overused. I think Create is such a good mod that it's hard to overuse it. Like, I think it is an amazing mod. It's just, you have to put a little bit more work in than I think we're used to putting in with some of like the simpler mods that are out there. But like, to me, that's a good thing. But I get how some people might say like, they find it not their cup of tea, as it were. But yeah, I want to check it out. But first, I want to make the Runic Star Altar. So the Runic Star Altar is a multi-block made by our very own Drac.eon via modular machinery. It is a 15 by 9 by 15 structure which starts with the Runic Star Altar controller. Place it down, you then use a machine blueprint on it. Doing so will give you highlights. You can follow the build, the multi-block. You can also go into the controller and make it auto-build. I can promise you it's quicker. I do like that auto-build thing. I knew there had to be an auto-build somewhere. And I did find it an episode or two back. On each side of the altar, you can replace the polished darkstone next to the arcane polished darkstone with hatches. These are needed for the actual, where'd we go? I lost my place. Star crafting. Use item input hatches, all for modular machinery. These are where the recipe will be placed into. Item output hatches are where the star will come from. And energy inputs are needed to power the altar. You can check the controller to see the progress of the recipe or problems with the altar. By the way, the loot bag used in its recipe is from the Lunar Monstrosity. Also, the direction of the blocks, like stairs or pillars, do not matter for the altar. Fair enough. So this is the multi-block that we're going to be building. But like they said, you're going to want to build it automatically. Now, I noticed when building automatically, the arcane crystal obelisks kind of didn't place well. But everything else, I'm assuming, will go well. So I guess step one for me today is going to be like, I need a screenshot of this. So I'm going to have to like figure out exactly how many of each of these things I need. And it's funny because it uses Darkstone pedestals, it uses arcane crystal obelisks. So like, I could almost forgive myself for the, mixing up of the different things. Magnetized Darkstone pedestal. What is that? That does not have a recipe. Magnetized Darkstone pedestal. Use ferrogenetic mixture on the Darkstone pedestal. Okie dokie. Darkstone pedestal. I guess that. And then ferrogenetic mixture is a thing we're gonna have to go teach. I should be able to just do this, right? In theory, this should work. Right? Now, what's funny is this doesn't seem to have an automated Hephaestus Forge recipe, which has me very concerned, because it makes me wonder if I can't automate this via my Hephaestus Forge that I did last episode. And if that's the case, I guess I could still make it manually up here if I so choose, but that's going to annoy me a little bit because then I'm going to have to still have some of these things. Granted, it's a small amount, but am I correct to assume that this is not going to... Well, I mean, I actually have one, so that's cool. I don't know why I have one, but I do. But do I have all the stuff for that? Yes, so hit start. Are you going to, like, work, or... I assume you're not going to work, right? I assume you're not going to work. Yes, no matching recipe found. Well, that's a bummer. I made this whole cool multi-block, and it doesn't even do all the multi-blockings. That is a big bummer. But that recipe is not in there. Okay, so I'm going to need some of you, and I'm going to need some of you, and I'm going to need some test tubes that have... I have to go do the stupid offhand blood thing. I hate that. That's okay, though. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of those things. Experience bottles. Maybe make 100 of those so that we can get a couple of these. There's some experience for you. And then real quick, we can go back up here. And I did this a bunch between episodes, obviously. Or you know, last episode in between cuts. It's not hard. You just kind of boop, boop, boop. And then the trick is to take it out of your offhand before you... Because otherwise, your inventory gets junk in it, right? You don't auto-pick up into your offhand, so that works. Sweet. I should do something where, like, once this tank is full, which it is... Well, no, it's not, actually. It's low. I don't know where it's all going, but it's full. It's not that full. But I should do an automation where, like, once that's full, the fans turn off at least. Cool. Yeah. So apparently illagers spawned inside there, and I'm just leaving them. Take that, illagers. And then you, and then did a really good job of cleaning up my inventory. And going over there clogs it all up. Alright, yoinks. I like tick accelerating when I'm filling this because it is actually a little bit slow to fill up with stuff. Cool. So then you are two of you, and that, right? Why do I feel like there was something else? Because this goes in the middle, right? What else is the thing? Iron and 2 slime balls. I put them away probably because I thought they were mob drops. There you go. 4G hammery time. Just in case I need more in the future. And because I was, you know, already making it. Cool. Alright, so now we can go back home. And then we get this pedestal, and then what do we just, like, click it on there? Oh, yes, shift-click it for the record. Shift-click it for the record. Alright, I'm going to make the rest of the things off-camera, presuming that most of them are just going to be, you know, simply, you know, polished, dark stony, whatever, knits stuff, right? So I need 64 of you, I need 64 of you, I need 20 of you, and I'll be back in a few once I do all this crafting. Fair? Alright, a couple things. One, I need a bigger source jar buffer here. So while I was making all the things that I need to make, as you can see, I'm currently in the process of doing that. I replaced my hatch over there that stores source. And I wanted to try this unobtainium source jar, which I assume I can just swap these guys out. Now I might need to, like, relink you. Cool. So you're taking from one, you're sending, and then you're doing your stuff, right? Sending to one, sending to one. Sweet. Making more source might be a good idea. The other thing is I went to make one of... What am I making? I'm making a thing. I'm making this thing. And you need 50 20,000 Oriole. I don't know if you guys remember, but like the containers I put down here were in the 20,000 range, so I replaced it. So we're building back up our liquid Oriole levels before this will work. So I bumped this guy up to 80,000 as well. I haven't done the same with XP and Liquid Souls, but I will consider doing so when the time comes. So like right now, this is here. We just need to wait for more Oriole to show up. And the main thing that's holding us back on Oriole is our source levels, I assume. No matching recipe found. Is that true? Why are you not trying to make... Cancel that? Something got squirrely somewhere. I assume at some point you will decide to like... Yeah, there you go. And now you're cool again? Yep, you're cool again. Nice. So source is going to be a little bit of a limiter for us, but at least we have a bigger buffer now. So in the future, when we go to, you know, ask for a bunch of stuff at once, like we'll have a lot of source to pull from. And I'm hoping that this guy is just a bigger one. I also noticed that there is an ME source drawer. So like maybe that's a thing that we can investigate at some point in the future. But other than that, yes, I'm just waiting to craft more stuff. So let's see where I'm at with things. So at some point, I should get what I'm looking for here. That craft will complete this guy. We're just waiting for more of this stuff to fill up the buffer, and then once there's enough in there, the craft should succeed. Where else am I? What else am I making? It says I'm done, but I'm not really done because I'm waiting for this. All right, I have a couple more things to get. I needed one magnetized. That's cool. So I need polished darkstone stairs. I need polished darkstone. I need 3 stacks of 4 stacks, and then 2 more polished darkstone. So let's do darkstone. Oh, I'm gonna need more darkstone. Do I have some in here by chance? Nope. You know what time it is? Digital miner time. All right, back again after I, finish getting everything I need to get. Cool. Be right back. All right, in an effort to speed this up a little bit, because it's slow, if I replace you with a splitter, can you... Splitter, can you receive from more than one place too? So can I say you to there and you to there? Yes. And then you to there and you to there. Cool. That's way cooler. Okay. Good, good, good. And then I can give you... I'm assuming that blocks of coal equal, like, bigger bursts of... I'm assuming that looks like that is true, yes. Cool. All right, that works for me. That works for me. And that'll fill this thing up a lot faster. And I think my crafting is actually complete. Yes, it is. So I think my multi-block is done. So now the next big question for me is where to put multi-block. It's a big one, as I recall. So like we could just stick it like outside somewhere. That could be cool, right? Let's do do I have a lot of dirt? I have some dirt. I can make more dirt, right? Yes. Cool. All right. So like let's do this. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And that's gonna like cover up my water a little bit, but like I'm also okay with that. I can do this, right? And then that kind of... Yeah, I'm cool with that. Perfect. So if I were to plop this dude, let's say, I don't know, here-ish. Dyer has a plan, I promise. He knows what he's... I'm a professional. See? It's big. Like, this is why I want it outside, because it's surprisingly large. Should I kind of try to center it with this guy? It feels like not a terrible idea, right? We could try. So if you're going to be a 15 by 15, roughly here-ish, I think would be relatively centered. Does that look about centered? I'm going to move it back one Y level, and then we'll be cool. Or not Y level, but back one. Oh, look at that. That's kind of funny. I wonder what kind of blocks those are. Oh, you know what? Because like, no, that's not that. My tool's not even active right now, so not. I think it's just drawing the break. Okay, yeah, no, I know what's happening. Never mind. That's not me. For a minute, I thought my tool was like doing that, but there's no way that my tool's doing that. So okay, so that looks cool. I like that structure being like that. I'm 100% on board with that. And then if I did something like this, that is also cool. Right? Yeah. Sure, why not? We'll just kind of flatten things out a little bit so that it looks a little bit less derpy. Sure. Once the grass fills in, it'll look a little bit better. Okay. So I should be able to come in here, click to try and paste the structure without modifiers, confirm. What's ultrium jars? Apparently I missed polished darkstone somewhere too. Thought I had enough polished darkstone, but apparently I didn't. Without modifiers, confirm. All right, so now we're just missing ultrium jars. Was there a thing that I forgot to get? Quests. Where are you at, quests? Ultrium jars? What's an ultrium jar? More pillars. Well, I'm going to make an ultrium jar from Arcanus. Ultrium jars, there you go. Okay, so we're going to need Edelwood logs. Was it 4 that I needed? I believe so. So without modifiers, confirm. Essence underscore ultrium jar in player inventory. Does it need Oriole in it? I don't know. And then, like I said, here's the arcane obelisks being weird. So you just need to break and replace them, and it'll be fine. I noticed this, and the stairs are not great either. That's the other annoyance. I'm assuming it's supposed to look way cooler. I'll probably fix some of that off camera. Yeah, buddy. So, like, what do you say about the fact missing structure? Yeah, you definitely need some essence underscore ultrium jars. Triad. So what's your name? You are ultrium jar, and you are essence underscore ultrium jar. So, like, how do I fill you? Because clearly it's looking for, like, that. With Oriole. And since this is from Forbidden Arcanus, I'm going to assume that the liquid Oriole that's made for this is from Cube.js. So I doubt that that can go in here easily, right? So real quick, I think we're going to need our Forbidden Arcanus book to figure out how to get that. Is there a Forbidden Arcanus book? I forget already. Yeah, it's funny because this quest does not say anything about jars. So the jars are pictured. So let's see. Ultrium jars and arcane polished stone. Okay, so the ultrium jars, it looks like in the picture. Yeah, they just sit on top of those dudes. What if I put empty ones there? Do you think that would be doable? Or is that going to be grumpy about the fact that they're not full? It might. It looks like it's going to be grumpy about it. See, look, they're red. See? So that means they're the wrong... I definitely need the other ones. All right, I have to figure out how to get those other ones. Right? So let's go to the Forbidden and Arcanist chapter. Is there a book for this mod? I forget. Is there anything in here about the Ultrium jars? I ain't seeing much. I might Google it. Alright, I found that clicking the bottles works onto the things. Now, is that going to be considered valid, or do I need to fill them up all the way? No matching recipe found. So I think that we are cool now. Okay, so we just needed some amount of Oriole. I don't know that they need to be all the way filled. Right? So that works for me for now. Alright, I'm going to, let's see, maybe off camera... consider fixing some of these, because I mean, it's such a cool looking multi-block, and yet the stairs are all wrong. So I'll be back. Look, team, I did it. Although, why do I have an extra stair on me? There we go. That looks better, right? Does that look pretty good? Did I miss any? It looks right to me. I think that's cool. Some of these are slabs, by the way, not stairs. So that's definitely a thing. You guys are facing the wrong way. I missed this line. Cool. And then this needs to be like that in order for you to hook correctly. How did I miss that line? I got everybody else for the most part? Yeah, you could probably go this way. Trying to make it look good. Yeah, looking pretty passable, I guess. I guess. So, no matching recipe found means that we have the correct coolness factor. Everything is in place the way it's supposed to be, which means that we can now, what I'm probably going to want to do is go down, just like I did on the other one. Okay, that should be cool. And then I'm going to get some dirt here. Not coarse dirt. Hey. Well, actually, I want to keep you on because I'm going to want, you know, I want dirt. We should have enough dirt essence that this won't be a problem, right? You would think. Yeah, buddy. Okay, and then we'll go... yeah, roughly about that distance. I want to have it, like, well in hand, right? I want everything to be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll do this. I want to have the whole underground empty, pretty much. I think 6 was about the distance there. This guy's going to be a little bit of a troublemaker, I can suspect already. Where's my gadget? Gadget will help here. That'll do. Cool. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then I'm assuming that underground here is where I'm going to want everything to be, right? Like, is that a fair assessment? Now, what's interesting about this is there were no modular machine blocks, kind of like there was previously. But I guess we'll kind of figure that out a little bit. So it says in the quest book that we can use item input hatches, all for modular machine. These are where the recipe can be placed, and the item output hatches are where the star will come out, and energy inputs are needed. On the side of the altar, you can replace the polished darkstone next to the arcane polished darkstone. So I still want to have an underground because yes, but like replace the polished darkstone next to the arcane. So that would be this. We can have an input hatch. Now, I don't know quite how big some of these runic star altar recipes are, but let's look. So runic star altar can get up to 9. But then this one is like a lot, right? So we should get like a really big input dude, right? Item input. So what do we have? Normal is the biggest one we have there. So like the first 3 are upgrades of each other, and then the last 4 are upgrades of each other. So if I want this, I'm gonna need to start at this tier, and I can't upgrade from the previous tiers to get that big. So I'm gonna make the biggest one I can for inputs. Though conceptually, I always like the left to be the input and the right to be the output. So this will probably wind up being the output over here, but I still have to craft them. So reinforced item input becomes let's just have a bunch of redstone torches on hand, please. And I'll make a few of these. Reinforced item input needs U, which is then upgraded to U, which then goes to U. Big item input is 12 slots, and then we're going to need U to U to U. That's fine. Ah, you're making more of that stuff now. Cool. And then I might just do like a reinforced item output here. Just so there's a 9 output slot. I don't think that we would ever need that many, but it's easy enough to make that real quick, so I'm cool doing that. So that's a huge item input. Is that the max size, by the way? I should probably just at some point teach the A system how to make this, in case I'm going to be doing this a lot, but we'll get there when we get there. So huge can get up to ludicrous, and that's going to need an oak netherite chest, and that'll be a 32 input item. So I should probably consider that. Let me get another one of you going. You're waiting on what exactly? Dark steel ingot stuff. Okay, you're on your way. Liking this. Come on, Sentient Ender, let's go. All right, so the item output can go here, right? And then over here is where the ludicrous one is going to go. So for this, I should just teach this because I feel like I'm going to need to do this more in the future anyway. So if I want you, I want an oak netherite chest, which will be you and you and then you and then you, right? And then you. Only because I just know, like, I know what I know. Let's just put it that way. So now I can control click that. and it'll work. Boom. Easy peasy. As we wait for more modularium. All right, and then energy, we're going to need that as well. So energy input, let's start with a decent, because if we start at normal, we can't upgrade normal again. So like you want to start at reinforced tier, and then work your way up from there. Cool. I'm assuming that you're cool. And you, by the way, are ready to go over here. So our input will be on this side, our output will be on that side, and then I'll craft this guy off camera real quick, because clearly I'm going to be waiting a minute for some more modularium and stuff. And then the top tier of this is called the ultimate energy input hatch. And for that, we can get a nitro dude. And you're cool. You're going to fill up a very large amount of FE. That doesn't have commas in it, by the way. And we're cool. So now let's make, in theory, our Patrick Star. So for the Patrick Star, let's go get like all the things that Patrick Star needs set up. So for Patrick Star, right, you're going to need to know how to make... So I want to just teach it this, right? And then from here, we can easily go green concrete, which will be... I'm going to do it this way, because that looks like a really easy way to go, right? And you know how to make that, so that's cool, right? And then we're going to need lime concrete, right? I could also do it this way, because we have water essence, don't we? We do. We have tons of water essence. Maybe I should do my... Can you do with water essence too? You can. Nice. I like that. That's better, I think. Cheaper too, I think, technically speaking. And then green concrete powder we know how to make. Magenta concrete. Did I teach you lime concrete powder, by the way? I did not. But you know how to make lime, so that's good. You know how to make magenta, so that's good. Do you know how to make pink? You do not. So make sure you know how to make pink. Okay, magenta concrete powder we already make, and pink concrete. Okay, so we got that all covered. So that's actually not terrible. So now for our pattern provider, I'm going to go stick you over here. Right? So if I stick the pattern provider right here, and then you're going to be the... You're in the input, right? I reversed my opinion on where that goes. And then laser AO, we will... Possibly, that looks like more than 8 blocks to me. But we'll find out. Definitely exceeds 8 blocks. So let's get a connector here. Roughly in the middle. Boom and boom. So you're going to be item output. So you on the up will extract. And then you will insert. And then your pattern provider will get this Patrick Star recipe. And then all I got to do, in theory, is run cabling, right? And in terms of channels, how are you? So you're using 12 at the moment, you're using 18. So I think we're cool to do this, right? I'm just going to run it. If I did like a... small tunnel, would that be cool? I like that plan. Yeah, buddy. That works for me. And then some cabling. Now, I don't know if we're going to need any more cabling this way, but I'm just going to like wrap it around the outer edge of the room so that it's a little bit easier to get to. Cool. So now if we came over here and said, I would like a star, please. Oh, and you don't have to be Max Doohickey. Right? Star, please. Right? That should actually... Oh, look, it's processing. Oh, look at it's working. Look, it's working! Look at it work. Hooray, Patrick Star. We done did it, team. That would be pretty cool, right? By the way, you don't need to do Darkstone no more, because I've got plenty of Darkstone for the time being. Cool. So we'll get a new pedestal, and we'll call that done. Between episodes, I will make all the components of the Patrick Star, just so I can complete the quest for it. But that is that is awesome. So I'm going to say wrapping up point. We'll come back next time and ready for the next one, right? Yeah. So all I have to do is make all these dudes, which easily doable, right? All I'll probably do is replace you with a chest real quick. I'll do it now just to... Oh, wrong thing. Why do I keep reversing? Like, because I initially thought yes, but left input. That's the way I like things to work. But yes, you can open, right? So if I said star, please. Whoop. Quest complete. All the cheese. You know Dyer. He's a fan. He's a fan of the cheese. Is that the wrong... Oh, nope, you're processing. Cool. Sweet. There's star number 2. All right, wrapping up point out, twice sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.